Hello, my name is Susan Twohig. I'm a registered nurse, a mom, a nearly 35-year resident of Sandwich, and I'm hoping to represent you as a member of the Sandwich Board of Health. Public service is in my blood. I grew up the daughter of a Boston police officer and a Catholic school teacher, so it was no surprise when the values they taught their children launched me in the direction of healthcare, right from my first job in high school in our local nursing home. Growing up with two working parents also instilled in me a respect for hard work, and I worked full-time to pay my way through UMass Boston, first as an EMT, then as a mental health worker. Early in my nursing career, I was a public health nurse in the Boston homeless shelter system, and then at City Hospital serving HIV-positive patients. I spent the next several years as a bedside nurse at Brigham and Women's before moving to Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, where I currently work. During the pandemic, I took on an additional role with the COVID team's home care program and on the nursing hotline. I spent several years as a volunteer on the Samaritan Suicide Hotline, understanding the importance of mental health and social support. To say that it's been an exciting and rewarding few decades to be a nurse would be an understatement. It's also, however, been a humbling and sobering experience. Throughout my career, I have seen a broad expanse of human suffering and have witnessed the toll that unhealthy conditions can take on people. Whether managing an outbreak of disease in a homeless shelter, taking care of very sick hospital patients, or even more recently helping navigate the ever-shifting landscape of COVID, my job has always been to help determine what care is needed, what is best, and how to provide it. Nurses are problem solvers. We are advocates, we are on your team, and we get things done. As a member of the Board of Health, I would work with Director Dave Mason, other members of the board, and town citizens to ensure that the full array of Sandwich's health needs are identified and met as completely as possible. I understand that nurses are the most trusted profession in the United States. I'm proud of that, and I'm asking you to trust me. So why the Board of Health and why now? Well, the pandemic, with all its tragedy, did offer new insights. It brought with it a shared understanding of the importance of safeguarding public health and health policies. When I learned of the vacancy on the board, I saw an opportunity to help in a new way. My roots in Sandwich go back to 1988 when I moved into my first home, and with any luck, in less than 10 years, I'll retire here. Sandwich is where I raised my daughter Rachel, and I'm so grateful that she had the opportunity to grow up in this gorgeous, wholesome town with its natural beauty, clean air, and clean water. I'd like to ensure that it stays this way for future generations, so that they too can experience the things we love most about our town. I envision Sandwich as a place where families thrive, where small businesses are protected by common sense regulations, and where responsible governing is balanced with a respect for our great nation's commitment to freedom and individual liberty. I hope, if elected, to be a public servant who demonstrates transparency and tolerance for differing points of view. We can be an even healthier, more vibrant, more inclusive community. This year, we are fortunate to have several passionate candidates hoping to serve our town. I think that's a good sign. People care. I certainly do, and I would see it as a privilege to serve you on the Board of Health. I'm Susan Twohig. Thanks for listening, and I hope to see you at the polls on May 5th.